What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset. Wolkernite Fight Championship X on the 18th of October. One hell of a card. It's going to be unbelievable from the top to the bottom. We've got returning talent, new talent, champions, the Road to X finale. It's going to be unbelievable. So make sure that you do get your tickets. Links in description. Go through the fighters. Come support the guys and girls on the card or livemma.co.uk for the pay-per-view. But without further ado, talking about returning talents, someone that we didn't see last time. I'm joined by Beau Doski. How you doing, my man?
Right, mate, you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Good to
Good.
have you back. Glad that your name was one of the first that we saw back on the card as well. Obviously fighting at a new weight now, a heavier weight.
Yeah.
Probably more fitted to your sort of frame as well, because like you said,
Yeah.
you're quite tall and you're quite long, so being able to put on that sides as well must help. But how are you feeling, mate? Obviously, you've had a sort of a bit of a rest since May. How's it going
Yeah,
now?
it's been nice. It's been nice. Obviously, we had a crazy little run. We did the two Louis fights back to back, and then we had the title fight, and then before that, I had a fight in August last year, so I didn't stop for a year. So it was nice to just sit back and watch the game move by a little bit, see a new people come through, new names, people coming back. It was definitely been nice. And now it was just time, it all clicked with us and we said to the team, look, let's get back in there. We got one more before I turn 18 and obviously make that jump to the headshots. So I thought we'd get one more in.
Yeah, was it always the kind of a plan to move up in weight a little bit towards the end of your
Yeah.
junior?
It got to a point, especially with if it was, now I think about it, if it would have been up to me, obviously in hindsight, it's easy to say when you lose two back to back, but after the title fight with Casey, I wish I would have moved up then because there's two Louis fights. I didn't prepare in the way I should have because it became get the weight off, not learn, not train, not experience. It was just get on the scales and hope that the number's gone down a little bit more than it has before. And like even when I stepped on the scales this morning, I had no right being at 61 anymore. It's
Yeah.
not happening.
Yeah, it's I guess when you ever get to the pro level and you've got full-time nutritionalists, you do this basically full time, you don't do anything else. You've got that time to be able to divide basically
Yeah.
getting your weight down and training and all that sort of improving. But whilst you're still learning, you're in the amateurs. You kind of just got to look after your health really and put more focus into getting better into training and stuff like that. So obviously we're fighting a guy we've seen before, Naziri, who very similar to kind of your fights against Louis. He likes to get physical. He likes to get in your face. He wants to make it.
Yeah.
He wants to make it gritty and stuff like this. Is that kind of what you've seen from him?
Yeah. I can't find the second fight. I can only find the fight, his first one on Wolkernite, but he's came down to the weight, so it'll be a I'm coming up, he's coming down. But no, I favour myself. The last two fights against Louis, he definitely, full respect to him, full credit, full thanks to him. He taught me the consequences of not preparing properly. When I'll sit here on an interview and I'm telling you I'm doing my hill sprints, I'm doing my runs, and I'm not. You see what happens. I lose two back to back, and I look absolutely knackered in the third round twice. So it just goes to show you, you need to prepare, and when you get in there, everything happens properly. If you don't, it doesn't. And
Yeah,
I think that was definitely my problem in the first Louis fight, especially. I thought I won the first round, it weren't even close. The second was close, and even the third was close. But my problem was I was so knackered, I just defaulted back to my head in the hip, and he took the guillotine, and it was almost over. But I was good. And then with the second one, I came out. I was like, look, I've made some changes now. I just still didn't address the problems that I was having. I needed to train properly, and I just still cut too many corners. So it's just been nice to step back and really reset.
yeah, definitely. I think it's quite a mature way of looking at it. Because I definitely saw in those two last fights in the third round, I was like, I did start thinking, I was like, Bo looks tired here. I was like, I'm
Yeah,
interested to see how it goes, and obviously it'll good to see you at your best, and that's what we've seen in the Kaysen fight, and we've seen throughout your career is kind of
yeah,
you at your best, and that's what we want to get you back
yeah. And
to.
I think that was my problem because I trusted myself so much. Because if you go back and you watch the fight against Kaysen, the easiest round to score is the third. I got him down within 5 seconds, and full credit to him. He's a strong lad. He could not get up. And in the fight before that I had on another show, I was two rounds up, and then I got the finish in the third. So I just kind of got to a point where it was like, I'm all right. And then it was just a really nice eye opener. So full credit to Lee, full respect.
Yeah, and you've had this fight announced nice and early as well. A lot of time
Yeah,
time to prepare. What's the sort of plan for the next sort of 6 weeks going into the fight?
just do what I said I was supposed to be doing. Really, just when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to cut corners. I'm not going to skimp out. I'm just going to do what it is to be an athlete. And I don't want to sit here and make excuses. I don't want to cut corners, but I've got one more chance to show you lot what I am at 100%. And if I can show you that, then everyone's going to understand why I'm making the jump to headshots when I am.
Yeah. Is this when's your 18th birthday?
November.
November.
So literally straight after. I can't even get on. If I get on the December card, it will be my adult debut.
Yeah. Is that something that you're kind of dreaming of? I mean, getting to that point where you kind of can use all the tools in your arsenal because I'm
Yeah,
junior's still quite limited, I think, in terms
yeah.
of the skill
And
set you can use.
and like I say, full respect to Lily. In that second fight, my striking was, I think, what was so far apart. Like the wrestling and the grappling looked close. I looked like I was levels above with the striking. I think that was my one thing. I thought, in all fairness, I should have just struck with him around three, to be fair. I don't know why I just ran at him. But I think my striking, once I've got that whole extra target to hit, it credits the wrestling easier. It makes it more doable, more presentable, and it gives the hips. But I'm happy to stand there, people, for 9 minutes when I got the chance.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, mate. And uh, another thing that I kind of like about you being on the card is you're a good person to kind of have around on fight day as well, mate. You're a good person to have around. You're always there. You're always chatting. You're always kind of involved in stuff backstage. So
Yeah,
it's like, are you excited to just get back to that whole atmosphere of a fight day?
yeah. I like the whole, get backstage and you're calling me up for doing a little interview or doing a little stare down or whatever. I've been in the game a while. It's not a game, but you can't, you don't see people walking out all scared because they're the ones that usually get smashed. It's like what Paddy said with Ilya and Charles. Charles got scared on the walkout, Ilya
Yeah,
didn't, and you saw what happened. It's like if you can go in there and own that environment. I've had this fight's been announced, what, 9 weeks out? It's not going to be a surprise when I rock up on fight day and I look at him and go, "That's my opponent. I've got to fight him in a couple of hours." It's like it's got to be a bit of fun. You take it in your stride, you smile it off, you get in the cage, and you get to business.
yeah, exactly. In terms of next year, so what sort of like the goals for you next year in terms of what you're looking at achieving? Because like I said, you've been very successful in the junior career. Amateurs different, but what are you sort of looking for in terms of goals for 2026?
Hmm. Yeah, Cage Warriors Academy.
Yeah,
I think that's the end goal. Wolkernite is an amazing show, and don't get me wrong, I will be back. I love that cage. I need to get in there with no shin pads on. I want to feel that on my bare feet, not with a bit of padding on the bottom of my feet. But Jack Mason runs a great show out there, and I definitely do want to get on there when I get the chance. But yeah, we'll see. All the shows, I
yeah,
don't mind. But yeah, I don't know. Like I think, like full respect, I'm not interested in the IMAFs. I don't think that's a path I'd want to pursue. I know people that have pursued it, and I know people that haven't pursued it, and they're in similar places now. So I don't think that that's where I'd want to go. But I never say never. If the offer came knocking, I'd definitely consider it. But
yeah.
I don't think that's my interest.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've had people like Reese Lawrence, who's over in Thailand at the moment, and he just turned 18
Yeah,
yesterday, and he celebrated his 18th birthday
by
with a
getting punched in the head by a
yeah,
28-year-old.
yeah, by getting punched in by a 28-year-old Thai fighter, and Reese looked good as well. Is that ever
He
something
looked
that's
good,
kind
man.
of like looking at maybe going over to Thailand, spending a
Hey,
bit of time
that
there?
is that is that is top of my bucket list. Me and my girlfriend have both said we're doing that as soon as I get the chance. So don't know 2 months though. I feel like I get a bit homesick,
Yeah,
but
so
fair play to him. I feel like maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
yeah,
but 2 months. Fair play to him. I watched some of the highlights. He'll definitely get a win out there at least
yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of the atmosphere at the gym, what's that kind of been like? Because I know you've
Oh, it's lovely.
had a
It's
lot of recent
lovely.
success recently at the gym.
Yeah, yeah. Marcin Kotchul's won 6 in a row
Yeah,
now.
beast.
Just took a guy for a flight in his last fight, so that was definitely fun. But nah, you'll see the picture on my story later tonight. There was a packed room about 20 tonight, just rounds, 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 rounds.
Yeah,
So it's just nice to have the whole room again. Like I said at my last interview, it's nice to have a room of guys that want your success, like want you to succeed and want you to do well. And there's been a lot of guys that were in the gym in my last couple camps that haven't been in the gym. There's a lot of people that were in those camps that are still in the gym, but there's also some people that weren't in those camps that have made their way into the gym. So it's just no two camps have ever been the same for me. And I think a lot of people will tell you that no two camps are ever the same. The bodies are never the same. Even in these top gyms, there's always a new guy, there's always a different guy. And I just love that whole feeling of it's on the same as fight night. You don't know what you're getting on fight night, and you don't know what you're getting in your camp. You just got to take it all in your stride and have some fun with it.
yeah. Is Tarek at your gym quite a lot?
Nah, I
No.
haven't. I haven't. He's out BST way a lot. He's
Yeah.
he's full time with them now, so I just fair play to him. You know, he's doing his thing. He's
Yeah,
smashing it. You know, a lot. It's always one of those things of he has calling me for a lot of my fights.
yeah,
So there'd always be that thank you, and there'll always be that love. But I'm on my journey. I'm a couple steps on the ladder behind him, but he's on his journey. And Dana better get on the phone soon. But
yeah.
yeah,
He's been on a bit of a storm at the moment, so it's been good to see. But it's an exciting time for UK MMA at the moment. I think
yeah, definitely.
we've just had Luke Riley signing with the UFC. Harry Hardwick's just took a fight
Harry
this.
Hardwick,
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
Oh,
Harry
that's
Hardwick's just
amazing.
took a fight on short notice. It's good to see. We've got Curtis Campbell, the Pink Panther, fighting on
Yeah.
Dana White's. Louis Lightning
And it,
Scott.
and even just looking at like even I know he lost last night, but the lightweight champion Cage Warriors, it's like it's just nice that that promotion is getting a lot of eyeballs right now. And I know it's on Fight Pass, so it definitely makes it easier. But there's definitely a clear path now for, especially locally. You know, you've got shows like this show and Cage Warriors Academy and shows up north. It's like it all filters through to that, and
Yeah.
then it's the UFC, and it's just a lot of eyes, and it's there's definitely a path now. Like people have done it, so there's a blueprint to copy.
Yeah, so I guess you're just excited for like the next step towards ultimately what is the goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to just get one back. I think I need one more, then headshots. Maybe, I'll turn 18, 3, 4 years as an amateur. Ready, maybe just as I turn 23, make that jump to pro, and then who knows? But I don't know.
Yeah, it's exciting.
The fun time.
Yeah, exactly, mate. And in terms of obviously, there's probably not much time to celebrate if you're successful in October. Straight back on it and straight into looking ahead to see when you can make
Hmm.
your adult debut. Then.
Yeah, you know what? It's my 18th, and then I've got Christmas. So I'm not promising anything. I'd love to get on the December card, but I'm only a teenager. I might
Yeah.
enjoy myself a little bit, but the plan is hopefully December, and then when's the schedule getting released for next year?
It'll probably be just after the December card, I reckon, or maybe
I
just before
reckon
slightly.
you can pencil me in for the December card, but pen me down for the start of the next year. I'll definitely be on that card. It's just December. There's a lot of moving pieces as well. I think I have had in the past. I've had injuries in fights, and it's like I was going to get straight back in there, and it was like, yeah, I can't do that. So touch words, this fight goes all right. We'll be right back in there, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, looking forward to your next fight, but looking forward to seeing what the future holds for you because I've got a lot of time for you, mate, and you know that.
Yeah, of
But
course. Thank you. You always have me on. Thank you. It means a
yeah,
lot.
not a problem. Make sure you do get your tickets. Like I said, links in the description. Go follow Beau. Tune in for this fight. It's going to be unbelievable. But once again, I hope everything goes well for you, mate, and then I'll see you on fight night.
Thank you, mate. See you on the
Nice
18th.
one.
Nice one.
Nice one. Thank you, bud. Cheers.